Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to WWE News and Rumors. I'm your host, Mr. Brandon Hodge. This video is brought to you by SeatGeek, so if you guys are looking for tickets for any event in the entire world, doesn't even have to be wrestling related, use code Hodge on SeatGeek and save yourselves $20 freaking, because why would you spend money you don't have to spend? Brandon Hodge here, your king of vlog style. Now, ladies and gentlemen, it's now time for another wonderful episode here, so enough chit-chat, let's go ahead and jump right in. Alright, the first news of the day is going to be about the Elimination Chamber. So the Elimination Chamber will yet again be coming back this year. So they've announced an interesting location where the Elimination Chamber is going to be. It's actually taking place in Saudi Arabia. So I talked about it a few weeks ago. I think WWE might be doing a show in Saudi Arabia in February. I think I heard a little something about that. Yeah, they have. This is officially confirmed by the WWE. Elimination Chamber 2022 will be taking place. It will be taking place in Saudi Arabia. So that's interesting. A very, very interesting choice for pay-per-view in Saudi Arabia, the Chamber. So yeah, we will have to wait and see who's going to be in those matches and what's going to happen then, and it kind of depends on the results of the Rumble, what's going to happen. But yeah, Elimination Chamber will be happening. It's happening in Saudi Arabia next month. All right, the next news story, actually the final news story before we jump into some rumors. This one is about Ali. I don't even know where to start with this. So basically, Ali is taking to Twitter to say he's requested his release from the WWE. This is not a surprise to me. Now I can sit here and say, I saw Ali's very first match with the WWE, and it was his debut match. It was in Chicago for the WWE. I believe that was his debut match. It was one of his first, if it wasn't. But I was actually there, and I saw this guy, and I'm like, wow, Vince McMahon really needs to open his eyes to this guy, because this guy is incredible. This guy could even be the face of the company or whatever. But we will just, I cannot wait to see what this guy's going to do with the company, and then they kind of just wasted opportunity after opportunity for this guy, and they kind of just gave him like the worst possible thing. And everything he was given, he made work. He made it work to the best of his abilities, but just like they never really gave the guy the chance he deserved. I mean, I was so happy when they finally took him off like 205 Live, because I'm like, this guy needs to be on the main show. He needs to be like for the main championships and stuff. This guy is a freaking star. Treat him as such. And now here we are, 2022 years later, and the guy's requesting his release because they're not going to use him. And he sees that. He sees there's not a chance in hell that he's even going to be able to do anything good in the WWE. So it really sucks, but he's asked for his release from the WWE. WWE's current policy, I believe, is to release anyone who wants it. If WWE doesn't see like potential for them to do anything with the star, then they'll release them. Hopefully they see some kind of a potential in Ali, but at the same time, I do like to see the guy released so he could go be happy in another wrestling company. But I don't know, we'll just have to wait and see. But Ali has said himself he's requested to be released from his WWE contract. Alright, ladies and gentlemen, you know what time it is. Go ahead and get your juice boxes out, get your juice box ready, because ladies and gentlemen, it is now time to talk about some juicy rumors. Alright, the first rumor of the day is also going to be about Ali. So this goes hand in hand with the reason he's asked to be released from his contract. Apparently, he got in a heated argument with the owner of the company himself, Vince McMahon. He got in an argument. I have no idea what this could be about. I know Vince has some crazy, wild ideas. It was something creative-wise, apparently, that Ali wasn't on board with, or something like that. It was very heated. Apparently it led Vince to not really liking Ali anymore, and Vince not wanting to use Ali or give him any opportunities or anything like that. Which kind of leads to Ali being like, well, if he doesn't like me anymore, there's not a chance of me doing anything in his company, so I'm requesting my release. So we'll just have to wait and see where that goes, if Vince actually doesn't like the guy, or what the case may be. All we know is, so a few weeks ago, or maybe a few months ago, there was a heated argument backstage between Vince and Ali, and things just haven't been the same since. And I mean, he was never really given an opportunity, so it's not like he lost the opportunity he was given or whatever. But we'll just have to wait and see where it goes. Alright, the next rumor is about Cody Rhodes. I mean, it's kind of a confirmed thing. At the same time, we're talking WWE here. So Cody Rhodes is a former WWE superstar, current AEW superstar. He's actually a champion in AEW. So Cody Rhodes actually has no contract with AEW. Yeah, he's their champion. Also, he's the vice president of AEW, and apparently has no contract for that either. So he's kind of just a free agent, kind of wandering around. Now, who knows how long Cody's been wrestling like this or working, as a higher up executive in AEW with no contract. Who knows how long this has been going on. It could have been, for a very, very long time. But basically, that doesn't mean Cody's leaving AEW and going to WWE. He's just working as a free agent. There's a lot of wrestlers on AEW television that are actually not contracted in any way to AEW. So we'll just have to wait and see where it goes. But the chance of Cody, I've heard talk of Rumble or whatever. I don't think Cody's coming back to WWE. I just don't see it happening. Which leads me to my next rumor is about AEW and WWE The forbidden door has been busted off of its hinges because, you know, AEW and WWE are working together. They're working together as a licensing deal, not a contract wrestling deal. But at the same time, WWE is working directly with TNA Impact Wrestling to get Mickie James in the Royal Rumble, so it's not out of the question that would work with AEW to get an AEW star, maybe a former WWE star. And apparently, you know, this is a different rumor. There's just a million rumors to go with this, that WWE's been wanting to get like a former WWE star that, you know, it's contrary to AEW. They wanted to get footage of them to do a documentary and maybe even have them do an appearance or something. So there's a lot of whatevers, a lot of what ifs, if you will. But basically, as for the Royal Rumble, currently, right now, there is no planned AEW stars to be in the Rumble or appear on WWE television anytime soon. But as for Impact stars, that's a whole other story. The next rumor is about Bayley. So Bayley is someone I talked about yesterday in the top 5 video about possibly returning the Royal Rumble. If you guys didn't see the top 5 video, I talked about the top 5 women who could possibly have a giant surprise return in the Royal Rumble. That's a video on the channel you definitely should check out. But basically, I talked about Bayley, how it's possible. It would be kind of like really fast healing on her end because she had a very bad, I think it was an ACL tear or something. It was something crazy, like horrible. It's just like 6 to 9 months. Rumble is like exactly 6 months since the injury, so it's kind of iffy if that's even possible. There's a rumor right now saying Bayley's looking more like a very late February return, maybe even a March return, but she should definitely be back by WrestleMania time. But as for the Rumble, it's definitely possible. It just would be ridiculously fast. I mean, it's not like impossible, but it would be kind of amazing. So we'll have to wait and see for Bayley. I don't know. Right now they're saying kind of like a March time. All right, ladies and gentlemen, this will be the final news to the final rumor. The final thing I'll be talking about inside this episode of WWE News Rumors. So this is about WrestleMania. This is about WrestleMania 38 in Dallas, Texas. So what are the plans for WrestleMania 38? Okay, I have the original plans for you guys today. That's what we're going to be talking about. So this isn't current plans. This is what they were before day one. Because things happened at day one that kind of shifted everything at day one. You know, Reigns was unable to compete because he got sick. Let's just say sick because I can't say any like specifics because YouTube doesn't like that for some reason. But basically, Reigns got sick. He wasn't able to wrestle, which made Lesnar go into a different match, which he ended up winning the championship for that match. And the rumors are saying that Lesnar was supposed to beat Reigns for his championship, but he got the other championship now. So everything's all flip-flopped now. So the original plans before day one ruined everything is at WrestleMania we're supposed to have the Universal Champion Brock Lesnar, because you know he beat Reigns at day one. We have Lesnar versus Reigns. Reigns going in as the challenger, Lesnar going in as the champion, which is a big change. Also, we were supposed to have Seth Rollins go into WrestleMania as the WWE champ, because Seth Rollins was actually originally supposed to win that Fatal 4-Way match before it was turned into a Fatal 5-Way at day one. So it was supposed to be Rollins, and probably, I would say, facing Big E. There's a bit, and when I say probably, because it was either going to be Big E or like Kevin Owens or Lashley. But I'd say most likely it would make more sense to have Big E do it since he's the former champion. So challenging Rollins in the rematch if they didn't do that at Rumble or whatever. So Rollins and Big E. So remember, this is the original plan. This is not what's happening. And then the SmackDown Women's Championship match, which has also been changed, not via day one, but via an injury, was supposed to be Charlotte Flair defending her title against Sasha Banks. Sasha Banks got injured at a house show. I'm guessing Sasha was supposed to win the Rumble, and in the same sense, I'm guessing Big E was going to win the Rumble if he was going to be the one to face Rollins. So yeah, it's a giant mess right now. Everything's flip-flopped, like I said. So now like the new plan is Rollins is supposed to beat Reigns. Rollins isn't feuding with Reigns for WrestleMania. Lesnar is feuding with Reigns. So it'll be Lesnar and Reigns for the WWE Championship. Then Rollins is having the opposite title instead of WWE. He's having the Universal. He's probably still facing Big E or someone similar. So yeah, it's a mess. Everything's flip-flopped. And on the Charlotte Flair side, Sasha's injured, but maybe they got someone else win the Rumble, and we'll just have to wait and see. So it's just a big mess right now. Everything got really jacked up in the past month on the WrestleMania plan. So they're kind of penciling in and switching things around. So everything's kind of up in the air right now, but the current plan is as mentioned. So yeah, we'll just have to wait and see. So there you guys have. That's actually going to do it for this episode of WWE News Rumors. Hopefully you guys enjoyed it. Right now on the screen, I will leave a link to 2 previous videos for you guys to check out, as well as a button to subscribe to this channel if you guys happen to be brand new here. But I am Brandon Hatch, your king of vlog style, and I will see you guys in the next video.